Now, you know what I love as we begin our virtual sanctuary here. Stuart, I know you told a little bit about it already, where you are, but could you say for our online friends where are you? What's temple or synagogue?
Oh,
You're
Oh,
muted.
here, can you?
oh, you're muted.
There you
Got it.
go.
I was trying to find something because of all the rain, something water related, or maybe because of the summer.
He's on the ark.
Something, right? So I tried to find an ark, tried to find a floating synagogue, and I actually was able to find one. This on Queen Mary. It's a decommissioned ship at this point, but the Queen Mary of the Cunard Line um, was convinced by Jewish population that they really did need to have a synagogue on the ship so that the Jewish passengers could pray. They did call it the scroll room. I guess they thought that was a little bit less ethnic than calling it a synagogue. But this is a picture of that room that was set aside as a synagogue. It's supposed to be the first floating synagogue, I guess, if we discount the ark.
So then I guess we're saying that they did have an official ark and a scroll since it was called the scroll room. Is that correct?
Yep.
That is fabulous. That is fabulous. We are going to join Anahine Matov. If you received the Kabbalat Shabbat that was attached to your link for this Shabbat service, it is there. We're breaking away from that prayer book that everyone loved using up until this point. And if you could put yourselves on mute, I will hear you. I just won't hear you. And I will see your mouths singing and your faces glow with joy. It's fabulous. Hine ma tovu manayim sheberachim gam yachad. 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 Nice. It is this time. If any of you have your candles with you, I believe I'm leading it this time, so I better have my candles with me. Are we ready? You know how much I love these things. Here we go. I will hold my candles up. Give me a moment. I have a very short table. And only two hands. All right, please join us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Shabbat. Looks really nice on screen, doesn't it? Nice little glow there. Yeah. At this time, we welcome the ministering angels with our beautiful prayer, Shalom Aleichem, and I would like Marilyn to lead that for us, please.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. malachim hakadosh baruch hu. Seitchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech, malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu.
Thank you, Marilyn. Welcome to you, ministering angels, messengers of the Most High, from the Sovereign, the ruler of rulers, the Holy One, blessed be God. Come in peace, messengers of peace, messengers of the Most High, from the Sovereign, the ruler of rulers, the Holy One, blessed be God. Bless me with peace, messengers of peace, messengers of the Most High, from the Sovereign, the ruler of rulers, the Holy One, blessed be God. Go in peace, messengers of peace, messengers of the Most High, from the Sovereign, the ruler of rulers, the Holy One, blessed be God. Is this time that we do our call to worship. Scott Beckerman, would you like to unmute yourself? And those of you who are able to stand, could you please join us in the Barku?
La 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 la. La 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 la, 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 la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed. Leolam vaed. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Thank you. Scott, do you have the service in front of you?
I do.
Okay, would you read responsively with me here? Eternal
Sure.
God, eternal God, whose temple in the whole world and whose dwelling place is the human heart, we know that you are everywhere and that your presence never leaves us.
Yet we are thankful for appointed times and chosen places where, in fellowship with one another, our spirits turn to you.
At this service, at this hour, and in this place, help us to feel your nearness.
The week of toil is ended, the day of rest has come, and we pause to reflect on the meaning of our lives.
Source of all creation, you have given us the blessing of work, so that by our efforts we may fashion things and use the moments of helpfulness. You have also given us Shabbat for self-renewal and sanctification.
May the work of our hands and minds be acceptable to you. May this Shabbat enrich our lives, drawing us closer to you in truth and in love.
Thank you. And for those who would like to rise, Ira, would you like to lead us in the Shema?
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, בשבתך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Could I please welcome Claudia and Bill to the microphone?
Mi kamocha b'olim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh, malchutecha ra'u v'necha, Okay, ayam lifnei Moshe, zeli, zeli, anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch leolam bo'ed, Adonai imloch leolam bo'ed. Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed.
Thank you. We turn to the Amidah. Those who would like to and are able to, please rise. Adonai sifatav tita uvia gita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Renee. Oh, you should be able to unmute. I'm sorry, Renee. Are you ready? There you go.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzhak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, Bezeker Aseh Avot V'imaot, Umevi Gulam Lifnei Dehem, B'man Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach Munagim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mekayeha kol atah Hoshia, Mekakel chaim bekesed, Mekayeha kol ben rakabim rabbi, Sof noflim rirofeh holim, Umatir asurim, Umekayen emunato, Lishenei yafa, Michal Mokaba al Givurot, Umido Melech, Melech Memi Tumakaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'nehem Ata Lehayotako, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el Hakol. Atah Kadosh Mishrika Kadosh Ukdoshim B'Kol Yam Lelucha Hasela Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated.
We believe in tomorrow. We believe that we have the power to make tomorrow different from today. We believe that poverty need not be permanent and that people need not learn war forever. We believe in people despite all that we know about them. We believe that there can still be a time of peace, a time of justice, a time of fellowship, a time of tranquility for all who live on earth. We believe that we can have a share in bringing the day closer by the way in which we live in this week to come. Even though the world may smile at our dreams, it does not matter. We still believe. Marilyn, would you like to lead us in Shalom Rav?
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. Bechol eit uvechol shah, Yishlomecha. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Thank you. It is this time in our service that we ask for those names who are in need of healing. And I'd like you to unmute yourselves if you have names to mention. I don't know that I have access to the comments because I think I pushed the wrong button on my screen. So if someone sees a name on there, please let me know.
Arlene Graham.
Thank you. I'm in the nursing home now. At least I'm out of the hospital.
Madeline Amos,
Brooke Beckerman,
Denny Moore,
Locklear,
I have Sandy Johnson and Gail Jenkins.
Jack Farrell,
yes.
And at this time, I would like you to please mute yourselves again so we can hear the beautiful voices of Claudia and Bill as they lead us in the Misha Bera.
Mishe Bera Avotenu Mikor Habracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Bera Imotenu Makor Habracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
As we continue this wonderful Shabbat and created our own sanctuaries, as Stuart has explained to us and given as example, this is a time for our silent meditation. Leave the world outside, leave the work week, all of those stresses, leave them outside and find that place of peace within you. Yehiyu lerotzon imrefi vehegyo libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri vehego hali Yehiyu lerotzon imrefi vehegyo libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri vehego hali. And I have just a very short little sermon and song. Renee, when we're done, I would like it if you could lead the Aleinu, if you're comfortable with that. I know that's different than what we discussed, but I like your Aleinu. That would be wonderful. So those of us paying attention to the Jewish calendar know that this is the Shabbat before Tish B'Av. And this is a very holy Shabbat. It is known as the Shabbat of Vision. Shabbat is a chazon. Let me get it right here. Yes, I have all this in my head. I'm amazing. Shabbat chazon, the Shabbat of Vision. As we commemorate the destruction of the temples, remember, we are granted a vision of the third temple. The Hasidic masters say on this Shabbat that we may not see it with our physical eyes, but our souls see it. And we are empowered to break free of our present state of exile and spiritual displacement and bring about the redemption and the rebuilding of the temple. And from the Talmud, but if they did not see the vision, why were they terrified? Because though they themselves did not see, their souls saw. And with that in mind, I found a beautiful poem that I don't think is often utilized in our services. It goes way back to medieval times. There are a lot of theories about where it first came from and how the melodies came from so many different cultures, but it became an important part of our honoring of Tish B'Av. The poem is Eli Zion, and I found a beautiful melody that goes with it. If we were to do the entire poem, which I understand normally if we were in service on Shabbat, like for tomorrow morning services, we would read it together and we would sing the melody together. But all the way through, each of the stanzas starts with a letter of the Aleph Bet and follows all the way down. Just for example, Aleph, mourn the palace that was abandoned. Bait, for the coming of the revelers of God within the temple's rooms. Gimel, for the exile of the servants of God, the pleasant singers of her songs. And it continues throughout the Aleph Bet with one of the letters starting each of the phrases. Time of mourning, time of respect, and a time of some people don't cut their hair, some people don't dress up, don't wear leather shoes, and it goes on and on. But I am going to do just the first little stanza of this particular song, of this particular melody that goes with the prayer. Eli Tzion ve'arecha kemosh isha b'tziracha v'chitula chaguratza alba nahuracha ale arman asher hanutash be'ash matzon adarecha ve'habehat mechafel b'toch mikdash chadarecha It's a beautiful, beautiful poem. Maybe by next year, we'll learn the whole thing together as a choir. Yes. At this time, I would like to turn to the Aleinu prayer and have my friend Renee lead.
You may stand if you wish. Aleinu l'shabeach l'hadonako, la'ted gedula v'yotzeh breshit, shelo asanu kavoye aratzot, v'lo samanu mikishbekot adama, shelo sam chalkenu kohen, v'gor aleinu v'kol hamona, V'nachnu korim uv'ishtakavim u'modim lifnei melech malkei hamlakim hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz Bayam hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. You may be seated.
Would you, Scott, unmute yourself for a moment and read the reading before we go into the Mornah's Chaplet and we have our yahrzeit list.
When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sound. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hand touch hand and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is to love, give me away.
Thank you. Ira, do you have this week's yahrzeit list?
Yes, I do. This week's list is yahrzeits are for Harry Ann Stein, Sam Kramer, Segundo Guadalupe, Nathan Nelson, Sanford Atkin, Morris Surek, Albert Ura, Rose Burks, Florence Fickler, Stuart Fickler, Yetta Spaeth. Any other ones?
Unmute yourself and please tell us those names. And I believe I now have access to comments also. please rise, and Ira will lead us in our Kaddish prayer.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma dibrei charuta v'yamlach malchuta. B'chayei b'yamei b'chayei dechol Beit Israel. Ba'agala b'zman kari v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei kud dekutsha b'rechu. La'elam mikol birchasa v'shirata tishbachata v'nechamata damiram be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlomo Rabbah min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom v'imramav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Thank you, Ira. At this time, I'm going to welcome our friend and para-rabbi, Lorraine Fortner, and she will lead us in our Kiddush and Hamotzi. Oh, is it letting you unmute? I'm
I
sorry.
just have to,
Here you go.
ran out of hands. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kadsho, v'yahavav ratzon yuchilanu. Zikaron Maseh Bereshit, Kihu Yom Tehila, Lamikro Et Kodesh, Zeher L'Tziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu V'charta, V'yotanu Kidashta, Mikol Hamim, B'Shabbat Kadshecha, B'Yahava Uvratzon, Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. I am.
Yum. Wendy, that looks like beer, not wine.
That's for the hamotzi, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And if you have
On very short notice, I do not have challah, but I have something.
perfect.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon.
But you see,
Ira's beautiful challah.
no, he was ready with the challah. We're all going to his house.
Yeah,
Or we
really.
have French toast in the morning, I'm thinking, yes. All right, so do we have any announcements? No.
We say thank you to the choir for leading us tonight. Always a joy.
Thank you to the choir for showing up. Yeah, we like that.
We like that especially.
We're getting very excited about singing together again for High Holidays. They keep telling us this. I'm like, don't tease us, right? We're ready. We're so ready. Awesome.
Yeah, apocrypha training is tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning.
Do you know if we have Hebrew on Sunday? Because I haven't looked at the. Is there adult Hebrew on Sunday? Does anyone know? Okay, I don't know. If I see a link in my email, I'll know, right?
Right.
Awesome. All right, so let's join in. If everyone can mute themselves again, and let's join in for a beautiful, my version of Osei Shalom, if you don't mind. I usually do this when Paula's on, but I don't see her, so we'll just have to tell her that we sang it without her. How's that? way above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Oh, say shalom in Roma. Yaseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'emru amen. Shabbat shalom, y'all. Fabulous. Have a wonderful
Shabbat
weekend.
shalom, y'all.
Shabbat shalom.